Okay, now one of the first stories, if I put these together, it'll make sense. If not, I need to say this, that the first story is about some of the things I've seen these past 4 years of being, a YouTuber, different communities and all, is, it goes back about 4 years ago. Well, it goes, I've been on about 4 years, and it started around that time. Back then, the communities, it wasn't as big as it is today. The communities were smaller, or maybe we just didn't have access or awareness of other people, so many other people back then. And people did develop little, cliques and communities, and then cliques within the communities. And just like in real life, And like I said, this problem started about 4 years ago with one of the people in the community that I was in. Okay, that I didn't join a community. I'm not a joiner, but you know how you just get to where people will, comment to you on a regular basis. They subscribe to you. You subscribe to them. Along that line, you're not really thinking, oh, I'm joining a community. In fact, when I was first on, I didn't even know YouTube had communities. I didn't know people did videos, vlogs, and all that kind of stuff. I didn't know that. I thought it was all about some kind of how-tos, like maybe how to speak Spanish, or how to do this or that on your computer, programming, whatever. But anyway, in that community, it took a long while. I guess maybe, I don't know how many months, to see a pattern of what was going on. And it was basically one woman, that I know of, just one woman, who was going around, and she was wanting to become popular, which she did. She did. But the way she did it was to do things like steal your ideas, steal your thunder, badmouth you to other people who have subscribed to you. She would subscribe to them, make buddies with them, and then say, bad things about you, which you didn't know because it was all behind the scenes. I think that's a very important thing to point out, is it was behind the scenes. Whomever. I could see it happening to other people. I actually saw it happening to other people. And anybody that was becoming in that little group, in that community, doing that kind of video, anybody that was becoming popular too, she didn't like. Oh no, once they started to become popular, she would start doing her little thing. And one of the only reasons I knew, because it was behind the scenes, was watching the pattern. That took time. But somebody else also kind of hinted to me about it. But that woman had already had a thing against me, which was probably because of what the other woman was doing. And one of the things that she was doing, this original woman, was she was going around, like I said, joining everybody who joined, but she was also doing the thing of putting a thumbs down. And from what I gather, she was telling people that the other person is the one that's doing that. You see what I'm saying? So she was making people be, not like one another in that community. And she was bringing herself up, you see, as someone who was really thoughtful and thinking about others and caring about what was going on, when all she was really trying to do was to become popular, which I said, for that group, that age group, and that community, and that, she became somewhat popular. Okay, now the woman that she, that kind of hinted to me, it was such a vague, very vague comment she left me that it wasn't then that I could figure it out. I had to see patterns before I could figure that's what she was talking about in the first place. She didn't make it clear, like I said. It was very vague. But basically, she was letting me know that this woman was doing that. But this woman that was telling me this, she apparently believed it. She must have really hated me on top of it, because I think she believed it, Or maybe to me, she's a bit of a drama queen. Both of them are, really. Well, one of them is more, she's just that type to take everything. And then the woman that was telling me, she's like a drama queen. And she loves being the center of attention. So, this was all these years ago when all this was happening. And I, like I said in that other part of the video, I left for like 2.5 years. And just this year got back into that community and everything. And it's still going on. And the reason it's still going on, because you know, the things come up and you hear it again. It's like, really? And yeah, I'm still part of that, which is going on, which, like I said, was all behind the scenes. I really don't know the full story. It's just what I've heard little bits of here and there. Here is one example. Like I said, this stuff is petty, but the action is petty, but the purpose behind it is not. Like, the purpose behind it is abusive, if you ask me. Now, this woman that had years ago tried to hint to me, very vague hint, of what the other woman was doing. She started doing live chats. A lot of people started doing live stream, which people are live chatting also on, including me on my original channel. This is not my original channel. And so I joined it. And one of them, I'd seen her do several of them, and I didn't join. And, you know, I'd always left her comments, nice ones, and she'd respond nice enough back to me. But she would never watch my channel, as far as I know. And she made some comments on some parts on her own videos that were about me, you know, that to me seemed like, but she would never join mine, never comment on mine, nothing. You know, like, she's too good, which, yeah, no. But anyway, and speaking of that, I do want to say this before I forget. Adam bought him a new car, a new SUV, about a year and a half ago. Yeah, probably a year and a half ago. And this woman, you know, she's my age, around my age. She, now I mentioned on a video what kind of SUV it was. It's a nice one. And this woman, right after that, made a video saying that they were her and her husband were going to buy a new SUV, you know, or van or whatever. And she mentioned that she looked at the same one that we got. She didn't mention our names or anything, even point toward us at all, but the same make, model, and everything. And she said it basically wasn't good enough for her. So they were going to get this other one, which was a used, not that make and model, not even that, you know, make, is it? Model, whatever. But yeah, they were going to get this other one, which was a used one, okay, a used SUV. But she was making a point to say that they're better than that. It was so high schoolish, sophomoric, you know, just so, like I said, the actions and stuff are kind of petty, but the purpose behind it is not. Yeah. It was way back then, you know. Like I said, I wasn't really in the community all that much, okay. And after I started to see the pattern, I just I'm not in high school. I've been out of high school many, many years. And just kind of walked away, but I went into another community and the same thing happened. Well, similar things happened, but that's for another video. Anyway, so I joined this live chat, this live stream, and I was chatting, you know, typing with others. And it was hers, which, you know, if it's hers and she doesn't want me, then that's fine. You know, let me know. Just, you know, let me know. But I joined it, and, you know, she seemed like she liked the fact that I joined it, just so she could say something rude to me, you know, and she did. And she even made comments about how she was going to make this one, you know, once she does the live chat, she doesn't live stream, she doesn't make them public, not always, so she was going to make sure that one was public. But I got the hint from it, and I, you know, had no intention of ever being in another one. She's still holding on to whatever it is she's holding on to. She's not mature enough. She really is not mature enough to tell me what was the problem then, what was it now. I've, you know, tried in various ways to, you know, I was nice to her, whatever the problem was, she could tell me, you know. It's her, that she's the one, but I really don't think, I think that she liked the fact that there was something she could blame it on. So she could tell all her flying monkeys, you know, all the people who watch her, and they do like, it's kind of eerie, really, when you have groupies. She's not all that special. I'm not trying to be mean, but she's not. But she has these groupies, and, you know, some people used to call them groupies. I don't know what they call them now. But, and, you know, like, she's going to try to make them her flying monkeys. they're going to go out and do all of her evil work for her. So they protect her and they put her up real high on a pedestal and make sure everybody compliments her, and you can't be anything that's against her. And here I am, not knowing what in the world's going on. I don't leave mean, hateful comments. I've never done that. Never do the thumbs down. So, it's some made up stuff just so they can get, from these people so they can get attention, you see? So now it goes another, they gotta be dramatic. Oh my goodness, the drama queen, yeah. Which me making this video about drama queens kind of makes me hint at one, right? But I'm not. I don't like drama. I like to, I like watching drama, but not hurtful drama. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, now she went one step after that. Now, like I said, once she was rude to me, and I could see that that's what she was doing, because they won't make it real obvious, but they make it a little bit for the person who they're doing it to. Okay, they like to do that. They like to hurt. So I caught it, and I said, I'm no longer have any intention, this kind of thing of even having her, being subscribed to her, any of that. And before I had forgotten, I didn't unsubscribe or any of that. It was late at night when it was, and how that goes. So just the other day, I remembered, this was, I don't know how long ago, maybe a month ago or a few weeks ago, and just whenever it was, recently, I remembered and went to unsubscribe, but I realized she hasn't made any live streams. At least I haven't seen any. You know what I'm saying? So I got the hint that what she did was she made them under notifications, which I can do too. You can notify people who you want to join your live stream. So she was making a real big point. Petty, I'm telling you, petty. The actions and the words sometimes are so petty, but the purpose is not. You know what I mean? The purpose is so she can get all this attention, be a big drama queen, say everybody's doing this, this person and that person's doing that, because I've noticed that she was kind of what people call a lot as catty, very catty, and they often have, the Mean Girls from high school. Like I said, all this is so high schoolish. Like the Mean Girls that have all there's the main one and all the surrounding ones, yeah. But that kind of person will never grow up, So there's none of this that she's gonna ever have be enough of an adult, to say this is the problem, this is the thing. And to me, I don't, other than making this video, I really don't care, because it's not like it affects me. You know what I'm saying? She's getting what she wants out of it, all that attention. But me, it's nothing. It's like, unsubscribe, goodbye. There's nothing for me to gain or want or anything from it. But I do want to point these kind of things out, because I have stories that aren't just me that these things happen to. But like I said, I won't say anybody's name, channel name or anything like that. But I want to point them out and other people to see a pattern, to notice it, because sometimes some people don't. They don't realize that grown adults, supposedly grown adults, would behave this way. So, anyway.